Friday the 11th of September, it's about 5 o'clock. I have just finished my first demo field of the year with this little beauty. So I have got a Valtra T234 T-Series Versa gearbox with a mounted 4-metre Claydon. This has got the LD kit on it, which I'll show you in a second. I've been stitching grass into grass, so it's a new kit for Claydon. It's all very new for us, so I've been experimenting with that. It's a perfect little 7 acre field for me to get started with the GPS and stuff. So yeah, let me talk you around the drill. So here you have it. This is our low disturbance offering. It's a retrofit offering to the standard Claydon hybrid drill. Principle being, we've got these double discs. There's 2 discs there, 150mm apart, and then we've got these low disturbance tungsten carbide points on them. Again, 150mm apart, putting the seed down, moving a lot less soil. So the majority of the drills we'll continue to sell and develop will be the Claydon system with that front leading tine, but in scenarios where people want to move less soil, this is the option to do it. In the east, that's more for people looking to do low disturbance direct drilling. In the west, it's more for my guys like this farm here, who's a mixed dairy farmer, got a lot of grass lathes in the rotation, and he's wanting to just be able to stitch the grass in to a 1-year grass lathe. So you can see what we're doing. We're running it quite shallow. I've finished the field now, but my grass seed is just in these little very shallow rows. To talk you through the tractor, I'm starting to get used to it. So never had any time on a modern Valtra. My dad actually used to have a Valtra tractor on the dairy farm when I was a boy, so I used to use that, but no, this is a beauty. Picked it up from CJ Cox, they rented it to me, dealership in Dorset. Again, my dad used to buy his tractors for him. When I remember our first 4-wheel drive tractor turning up, it was a G-Reg before I was going to school, and yeah, it's nice to do some business with them again. So to talk you through it, it's a 234, so 234 horsepower. I've got a 1200 kg weight block on the front, which I definitely want for the mounted drill. It'll be interesting to see how we go with the trail drill. If conditions are decent, I can take 600 of it off, so that comes off. It's the Versa Unlimited edition. I'm trying to get my head around what that means. I think it means it's quite a good one, but it's got all the GPS system, it's got the direct drive, so yeah, quite nice.
The handlebars, now let go for anyone to take me in.
Wednesday the 16th of September in the Valtra. 26 degrees, the cows are hot, and I am just awaiting for my T4 demonstrator drill, which is coming on a lorry from HQ in Suffolk, and sure enough, like clockwork, here she comes. So yeah, Trail 4-metre Seed Fert T4, brand new drill straight out of the factory on this lorry here. So yeah, let's go and get it unloaded. So here she is, absolute thing of beauty, T4 trailed 4-metre Seed Fert drill. So it's the Seed Fert trail drill that I'll be using with a standard front tine A-share setup, as opposed to the mounted LD drill that I've been using so far, just showing the low disturbance kit off early in September before wheat drilling really kicks off with this. So yeah, quiet day today, no worries on demos. I'm actually off to Scotland tomorrow to set a drill off, but I won't be taking this rig, probably get this going over the weekend. I'll just talk you through the drill. So setup on the drill is fairly similar to our mounted drills, same power cable, so I've already got that in. Inch free flow return, which is the same. We do need a case drain, a zero pressure case drain for this bigger fan, which goes back in. The fan yeah, is working both for metering and the seed, so it's doing a lot of work there. This drill's set up so it's got the front shouldered cutting discs. The shoulders are brilliant for keeping the pitch of the drill. They control the depth of the whole of the front of that frame. They're just controlled on these turnbuckles here. Front leading tine, that's nice and shallow at the moment. I'll probably change that, put that down a hole, but we'll see what that does. You can see it's currently set up running about an inch below the seeding tine. The depth control on the seeding tines is all on hydraulics, unlike our mounted drills, and that's very, very simple. It's on a master slave hydraulic ram, so you just put a spacer in, take a spacer out, and that controls the whole depth of the drill. So really nice. How it works with the trail drills is the 4 metre has 4 depth wheels, so 1, 2 and 3, and then all the depth on the front, and then these 2 big wheels each side are holding the weight of the hopper, so the hopper is completely separate. The cultivation frame mounts below that, it floats below that, and has nothing to do with the hopper. So if you've got 2.5 ton in that big hopper, or you're down to your last 100 kilos, the weight and the pressure on the cultivation and the seeding tines is exactly the same. So that's quite nifty. This drill's set up with the paddleboards and harrows, which is how we have all our drills. I'd still set those up. This is the seed boot, so that's a splitter boot, so that'll be delivering seed each side of the drainage channel, and that's our fert boot that's going to be putting the fert down with the seed. Right, I'm going to finish setting her up, tinker around, get her all ready, calling it a night because I've got an early start and off to Hampshire and then Scotland, so I won't be back to this one for a few days. Down in Hampshire today with John Steele, who are our dealer down here. They've got a drill on their farm. I just thought I'd show you their lineup. So they've got the 6.5 metre Terrastra, 7.5 metre rake, and this 4.8 metre trail drill. So I've just finished this set off here in Hampshire, and just one quick thing to show you that we get this quite a lot. This is stubble, the drill's drilling into stubble. It's a first time user on Claydon, so he's subsoiled this end headland. He's not done the tram lines because they're in good nick, but he's done the tram line on the headland, and that does cause the drill a bit of a challenge, and we have to be realistic with it. So if I just show you what he's done in the soil. So the subsoil has done a really nice job in the soil. It's left it fairly level, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with what it's done, but we've got 2 very different seed beds here. I've got firm, solid stubble, which is fairly firm to get into, so the drill is set for that, and then I've got a very soft, subsoiled seed bed, so we need to get a compromise or sort that out, because otherwise we've got that big tractor that's going to be sinking in here. It's a 6.5 ton drill, fill that up with 2 ton of seed, and you've got 8.5 ton on this, which is going to react differently on the two different soils. So I'm going to get the farmer to come out with a set of rolls on this. I know it seems like an extra job, but the reality is if we want our seed depth to be consistent here and here, we need to firm this up. So just to show you the job the drill's doing in the ground, it's lovely chalky flinty soil here in Hampshire, so tilth isn't a problem. We've got wheat drilling But the seed around about 1.5 inches, so there's our seed just onto the moisture, so nicely in there, and then that's where the front tine's been. So yeah, we're alleviating all that harvest compaction, but we're getting that into the moisture, get it rolled down, and this will be a lovely finish. Right, I'm happy with that. I am now getting in the truck. I've got a 7-hour journey to East Lothian, from Hampshire to East Lothian, where I'm off to Haddington tomorrow to set up a drill with Rickaby's up there. So I'll show you some shots of that. Good morning. So I am in Scotland. So came up from Hampshire last night, and yeah, horrendous journey. Left Hampshire at 12:30, didn't get in till 10:15. So it was over 9 hours to get up here. The M42 was closed at Birmingham, so it took about an hour to get off that and another hour to get through Birmingham, and it really buggered it up. But I stayed in the glorious Carberry Tower near Edinburgh, and not a bad place to stay. On booking.com I use it quite a lot. I've got like double genius points, so I can get places like this. It'd be a wedding venue during the weekends, but at the moment they're really cheap. It's no cheaper than staying in a travel lodge. Oh, sorry, no more expensive than staying in a travel lodge. So I am off to off to a set off today, just down the coast, along past Dunbar on the northeast coast, and yeah, let's see how we get on. Morning, it's about 8:30. I've been drilling for 35 minutes, something like that. I was going to do the headland, but it's very wet. What I've got to contend with, I don't know if it's picking it up, is there's a lot of this wet trash, but balers have clearly missed, or the combine's reversed up. The drill handles it pretty well, but sometimes it's just been a bit too much, and I have blocked it and had to reverse up. It's no big thing, you just reverse up and go again. There's no point in keeping going, because it will drag it and it won't get the coverage. Don't know if you can see over there, there are a few little heaps. They work them way through. Remember, it's pretty ugly on top, but if you actually look at what we're doing, getting a lovely friable tilth. The soil is, yeah, really kind soil. There's my seed depth. Look, it's only 95 kg a hectare barley, so there's not a huge amount. There it is. That's where the front tine's been. So yeah, doing a nice job. It's a bit ugly on top because of the trash and the weeds and stuff, but I'm getting good coverage, and she's doing a nice job. Just on the headland, and you can see the baler's decided to not bother and pick up half the swath. It's handling it all right, considering. But yeah, people really got to think about how they're going to manage situations like this, and that's where the straw harrow comes in.